Guys, it's Leanne again, and it's time to wrap up the second round of group games. Starting with Group A, Nigeria claimed their first 3 points to the tournament with a 2-0 win over South Korea. The first goal came after Kim Don-eun misjudged a long ball, turning it into her own net. Oshwala then sealed the win in the second half, using her pace to get in behind the defenders and round the goalkeeper to slot the ball into an empty net. The win gives Nigeria the chance to get through to the knockout stages if results go their way in the next round of games. Moving on to the France-Norway game. Now, the deadlock wasn't broken until the 46th minute, with Govin slotting the ball in from Majri's cross. The game was levelled up when Wendy Renard got her angles all wrong trying to clear a ball in the box and ended up slotting it into her own net. VAR came to the rescue for the French team when the ref awarded them a penalty that Le Sommer tucked into the bottom corner. Now this cemented their place at the top of Group A and into the last 16. Group B was a tale of two 1-0s. Spain had chances early on in the game, but weren't clinical enough to take them. Just before half-time, the Germans took the lead when Pop's header was saved by Panos, but Sarah de Britz was fastest to react, sliding the ball into the net. This was enough to give Germany the 3 points and send them through to the last 16. Li Ying scored the only goal of the game against South Africa to give China their first 3 points to the tournament. This win gives China hopes of getting through to the next round, but unfortunately, South Africa won't be able to make it out of the group. Once again, Group C was all about goals. Australia found themselves 2-0 down to a confident, skillful Brazil side in a must-win game. Marta scored her 16th goal at World Cup finals from the penalty spot before Christiane got in on the fun with a great header. The tide turned when Caitlin Ford got a goal back just before half-time, and Gilnick equalised 12 minutes later when her cross was missed by everyone in the box, going all the way in. The comeback was completed just 8 minutes later when Monica Alves misjudged her defensive header, with it ending up in her own net. The Matildas' never say die team motto definitely paid off in this game and was clear to see. Italy ran riot against Jamaica, with Cristina Girelli scoring a hat-trick. Galli got in on the fun, scoring a brace in a very dominant Italian performance which sends them through to the last round of 16. Now, Brazil and Australia still have a chance to qualify, with them both being on 3 points, but it'll be down to the wire and the last game results. In Group D, the game between Scotland and Japan was the 250th match at a Women's World Cup finals. Mana Iwabuchi showed her class, putting Japan ahead with a great strike from the outside of the box. Sugasawa then converted from the penalty spot after being fouled in the box by Beattie. Scotland had chances to get back in the game and had real hope in the 88th minute when Cleland scored with a fantastic finish, but it just wasn't enough to inspire a comeback to let them nick a point. England looked to continue their winning ways against Argentina, and it looked certain to happen when Alex Greenwood was brought down in the box in the first half. Paris couldn't convert from the spot, with her penalty being saved by Correa, and Taylor couldn't capitalise on the rebound. They finally got the breakthrough goal when Fran Kirby linked up with Beth Mead on the counter, and her inviting ball was met in the box by Jolie Taylor. The Netherlands faced Cameroon in Group E, which turned out to be an entertaining game. The Dutch took the lead before half-time when Medema headed in Van der Sanden's cross. This sparked the game into life, as 2 minutes later, Cameroon equalised when Ongene chased down a long ball, outjumped the keeper and rounded her, finishing into an empty goal. 3 minutes after half-time, the Dutch team regained the lead when Bloodworth converted from close range. Medema added a third goal in the 83rd minute with an ice-cool finish that secured the Netherlands' places in the last 16. At the age of 22, Medema is now the all-time leading female goalscorer in Dutch history. Canada also progressed into the last 16 with a 2-0 win over New Zealand. They put up a great fight. Goals eventually came from Jessie Fleming and Nichelle Prince in the second half. Ending with Group F, Sweden had 5 different goal scorers against Thailand. Sembren opened the scoring before Aslani added a second, showing great determination to keep the ball in play and finish from close range. Rolfo's effort had to be the pick of the bunch from this game. A sweet strike from outside of the box that the keeper got a hand to but just couldn't keep out. Sweden added 2 more goals in the last 10 minutes, but in between them, Thailand managed to grab a consolation goal from Sung Yong. This was Thailand's first ever World Cup goal, and you could see how much it meant to them. The USA faced Chile in the second game in Group F, and they went ahead just 11 minutes in when Carly Lloyd scored with a sweet left-footed strike into the bottom corner. This made history, with it being the 6th consecutive World Cup game that she had scored in. Julie Ertz and Carly Lloyd both scored headers to get on the score sheet, securing the USA's place at the top of Group F and into the last 16. So that's a wrap from round 2. Make sure you tune in next time to see which teams make it through to the last 16. I'm Leanne, peace.